Shalom and welcome, students of Torah. This year is entitled Shabbat Clocks Part 2, based on the Gemara Shabbat Yutet, talk about doing things before Shabbat, continuing into Shabbat. On Yutet talks about giving a Nachri, a letter. He's going to take it on Shabbat. Is that mutter or not? A person gives a dog food in a chatzir. He's going to take it outside the chatzir. Person goes before Shabbat onto a boat, it's going to continue on to Shabbat. All these processes that one begins. So Yudchet began with that process about doing malachot, watering the garden. That continues. And we saw that in the previous year that these are all discussions in the Gemara, two major issues. And each staff brings new issues. Going on a boat before Shabbat brings new issues up. Giving a goy an object he's going to carry on Shabbat brings more issues. But we're focusing on the question of setting a malacha into motion before Shabbat. So let's take a look at the Shulchan Aruch, and this has serious ramifications for setting alarms, setting clocks before Shabbat. That all houses, how many houses in Israel are not built with Shabbat clocks? In the Shulchan Aruch, Reish Nun Bet, Sifei Muta, Liftoch Mayim Legina, you could set up the water before Shabbat that is going into the garden. Water continues, watering my lawn the whole Shabbat. The sprinkler keeps going. Ulaniach kilor, I can leave the kilor, which is some kind of herb medicine, okay, sam shel that I put on my eye, aveh al ha'ayin, I put it on my eye after Sha'asana. Even I could not do that on Shabbat. Yeah, but I did it before Shabbat. I could put those spices underneath the kelim. I keep giving a nice scent all Shabbat. It seems that's mutter to get processes before Shabbat in going, and that will continue. And he goes on with the oil, squeezing the oil before Shabbat, and that goes on. The anavim with wine pressed before Shabbat, and then he says, I could put wheat into the grinder before Shabbat, and then it's going to grind it where there's water that's giving the power. We're not afraid of making a noise. Said, wait a second, his grind is working on Shabbat. Everyone knows that you set it into motion. Some say that already we're nervous. Something that makes loud noise. So the idea of setting things into motion, that's fine. The idea of going ahead, having malacha done by my kelim, that's fine. But something's making noise, and it's obvious something is going on, that already is problematic. So now we're getting closer to setting the stage of Moshe and Shlomo Zalman Auerbach. What do they do with this information in terms of Shabbat clocks? Is it similar? Is it different? Yetz Hashem, we'll see that in the following Shiurim. Shalom.